Hey friends, today is Easter and you might think I'm gonna just paint some Easter stuff today, right? To be like on theme, but I'm not gonna do that. I've been working on this one. I want it to be a dandelion theming type thing. I'm gonna probably cover up this big white spot because I don't like it. It's right in the middle. I'm not a fan of drawing the eye right to the center of a canvas. It bothers me. Something is uncomfortable about it, or boring. I don't know quite what it is. I just don't like it. So today my focus is going to be on getting some more paint on the canvas and maybe some different textures. I like the swirling stuff, but I also, you know me guys, I like some drips and I like moons, and you can't have a big white blob in the middle of your painting if you're gonna have a moon in there somewhere. That doesn't make sense. That's like 2 moons. I mean, could I do 2 moons? Maybe I could. No. Okay. But as you can see, I already did a real thin white outline of a couple of little dandelions just to kind of get a visual of how big I want them to be. I want it to be bigger than this. So what you're going to see me doing today is just adding some texture, adding some depth to the background. And I'm so excited because my good friend Ray brought me a whole bunch of canvases to work on. And, you know, I'd really like to talk her into coming over and painting with me, but, you know. Anyway, so this one, it's like the same size, but look how big these are. Okay, this has a guy on it. That guy's gonna go away. I don't know who that is, but we're gonna paint over him. Whoever made that painting, I think it's like a canvas print. But anyway, you know, I'm really excited about this one. It's a huge black canvas. What am I gonna do with this? I have no idea. I'm so excited. I bet there's gonna be a moon. You guys think there will be a moon? There's gonna be a moon. Anyway, yeah, and the other ones are that same size. I'm so freaking excited. I'm a single mom. I don't make a whole lot of money, so I tend to not spend money on myself. If you're friends of mine and you want to ever get me a present or anything like that, art supplies, used, ugly old canvases, I always like to kind of just refurbish things, or paint and brushes. And anything that's paint related. Acrylic paints, okay, because I don't do oils yet. I haven't dipped my toes in the oil pond. I'm not quite there yet. I'm just trying to explore everything I can do with acrylics first before I step up to oils, which I guess is like the golden standard for the best kind of paints, but I really like acrylics. I think you can get some really, really awesome acrylic paints. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on today. I'm gonna go ahead and leave these little dandelions in the background. I think it's gonna add some depth to the painting. It's not really like, it's not gonna take away from what I'm gonna do, okay? So I'm probably gonna do a time lapse of this. You can see I kind of started doing the cute little puffs on the edge of the dandelions. They're so cute. Anyway, yeah, I like nature, guys, okay? So just calm down. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna probably do a little time lapse of this because my daughter's here today and I don't want her to feel like she can't, like, you know, move around the house and do her own thing. So I'm doing this little video intro of what I'm gonna be doing. And so hopefully you guys will check this out and then check out my little time lapse later. And if you have any ideas of stuff you'd like to see me paint, throw them out there. You know, one thing I do want to work on is painting glass. I'm very intimidated by this, but I feel like I've watched some painters who are very skilled, like the Milan ladies, Ellie and her daughter, Dimitra are some of my favorite painters to watch. And then there's this other, but they mostly do oil, but they've been showing like acrylic tips and stuff, which I really appreciate. I hope they keep doing that. Anyway, I really like their painting styles. I feel like it vibes with my style, and I've learned some different tips watching them, so I've implemented some of those into my artworks. But I watched a video the other day of one of them painting a glass, and the thing I want you to remember about painting is it does not look good at first if you're doing it right, okay? That's my tip for you today. You don't want to look at an object and like, I'm going to paint this brush. You want to look at the object and look at where the light hits the object, the different tones, the different shades, the different hues. You want to see the value of every color that's in the brush. Like if it's here, you see how it gets a different, completely different value, and different light sources, hits it in different spots. That's what I have learned watching those ladies and their whole program. I obviously cannot afford, but anyway, so the YouTube videos, YouTube is a great way. It's a great asset to learn how to paint. Just get in there and do it, you know? So I watched her do that yesterday, and it kind of inspired me to kind of spread my wings a little bit and try something new. Anyway, hopefully you come watch me today, come paint with me, bring your paints. You can do whatever colors you want. You guys know I'm probably gonna do something that's like with pink or orange, excuse me. You know, that's the colors I usually like to paint with, so, but you can do whatever you want. Anyway, all right, thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for that time lapse. All right, bye.